This is Jarrod Horak, and in this horse racing handicapping video, I'm going to analyze the $100,000 Gun Runner Stakes at Fairgrounds. It is a Kentucky Derby 2025 points race. Now, speaking of the Derby, I posted my first Kentucky Derby historical trends video on my YouTube channel on Thursday, December 12th. You can watch that video now. You can also read my first Kentucky Derby report, which includes my exceptional 11 Kentucky Derby contenders at the runawayhorse.com on my Kentucky Derby page. I posted my Kentucky Oaks report recently as well, and my Kentucky Oaks historical trends video. You can watch that video on my YouTube channel. You can check out my Oaks report at the runawayhorse.com on my Kentucky Oaks page. I also included a link in the description in this video below to my Oaks and Derby reports. Now I'm covering all of the Kentucky Derby points races on my YouTube channel just like I do each year. My top choices have 4 wins, a runner-up finish, and a show finish through the first 10 Kentucky Derby points races. So keep checking my YouTube channel each week. I do horse racing news, handicapping videos, Derby and Oaks points race video series as well. So you'll find those videos each week on my YouTube channel. So I'm also covering for the Road to the Kentucky Oaks, the Untappable Stakes at Fairgrounds on my YouTube channel later this week. And I did recently get home 2 Kentucky Oaks points race winners, Muhimma in the Grade 2 Demoiselle, Tenma in the Grade 2 Starlet Stakes. So I'm 4 for 9 with 2 runner-up finishes and a show finish in the Kentucky Oaks video series. Now, if you want a bonus free pick each day, go over to the runawayhorse.com, click on the Better Bets blog tab at the top on the home page, and you'll get a free pick from around the country each day. For the month of December, I'm 8 for 17 for my daily Better Bets play of the day. So hopefully I'll keep that good roll going throughout the rest of the year. And my full card analysis resumes with the Santa Anita Park Winter Meet, and that winter meet begins Thursday, December 26th. So if you want my full cards, you'll find those on my sales page at therunawayhorse.com. You can also get my full cards at todaysracingdigest.com on my sales page at that website. So now we're going to analyze the Gun Runner Stakes, 7th race at Fairgrounds for Saturday, December 21st, 2024. $100,000 Gun Runner Stakes for 2-year-olds at 1 mile and a 16th on the main track with a scheduled post time of 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We have a 5-horse field in here. We're going to meet the field, and then I'm going to go through and give out my contenders from last to first. And now we'll pull up the field. Number 1, Built for trainer Wayne Catalano. Corey Lannery is going to ride this one. $260,000 son of Hard Spun. And he is 7-2 morning line, and he'll probably be forwardly placed from the rail. Number 2, Render Judgment for trainer Kenny McPeak. Brian Hernandez Jr. is going to ride. This was your winning combination from the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks this year. And for this horse, he'll try to get involved from off the pace. Number 3, Magnitude is 2-1 morning line for trainer Steve Asmussen. Jose Ortiz is going to ride him for the first time. Jose Ortiz, 27 for 77, 35% win rate at the Fairgrounds. He's the leading rider at Fairgrounds right now, and this horse has early pressing speed. Number 4, Chris's Revenge, stepping up in class for trainer Brittany Russell. Now, Brittany Russell is one that is stabled in Maryland, but now she's based in Maryland, but she's got some horses at the Fairgrounds this winter, and through 8 starters at the Fairgrounds, she has 2 wins, a second, and 2 third-place finishes. This one's the outsider in here at 6-1 morning line. And then number 5, Admiral Dennis, your 9-5 morning line favorite for trainer Brad Cox. Luis Saez is going to ride. Good jockey trainer team. This one will probably be forwardly placed from the outside post. And now I'll give out my Gun Runner selections in this race from last to first. The horse I picked to finish 5th in here is number 4, Chris's Revenge. This is a son of Instagrand. Now we'll have to see how far the Instagrands ultimately want to run. And for this one, they only paid $20,000 for him. He's already earned $45,000. In his debut, he was 5th in an 11-horse field after breaking in a 12-horse field after breaking 11th that day on a good track at 6 furlongs. He was the favorite second time out after going off 8-1 in the debut. That second start was also at Aqueduct, 6.5 furlongs, maiden optional claiming race. He chased from second, and he graduated by 1 3/4 lengths. The show finisher, clear of the rest that day in that 12-horse field, was a next out winner. And this horse ran in a starter allowance race in a 1-turn mile at Churchill Downs on November 24th. 6-horse field, outside post. He was 4th, beaten a bit more than 2 lengths. So now he's going to be going around 2 turns for the first time. stepping up in class, and he's going to need to run faster. My fourth choice in this race is the 2 Render Judgment for trainer Kenny McPeak, $310,000, Son of Blame. Second in the debut. Now in that debut, Built, number 1 in this race, defeated him by a length and a half that day. And Built was one that was up on the pace. Render Judgment in a 11-horse field from the inside post. He rallied after breaking 9th to finish 2nd. So that was a decent effort, and he was 40-1 that day. His second career start was at Churchill Downs, and that first race was at Keeneland at 7 furlongs. And then he stretched out in distance to a mile and a 16th second time out on October 27th, and he stalked the pace, and he graduated by a half length, and he was 5-2 second time out. So he was dead on the board at 40-1 in the debut. He outran his odds. He was 5-2 second time out, and he broke his maiden. Last time in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes, a Kentucky Derby points race. It was a 9-horse field. He broke from post 8. It was a slow early, fast late event. They just weren't going fast at all, and he really didn't have any chance. The race shape was against him. He ended up finishing 5th, beaten more than 8 lengths in a 9-horse field. And he would like to see more pace help in here. Don't know how much pace help he's going to get in this short field. And I just think, just based on that, he could be up against it. My second choice will be the 1 Built. He really did improve second time out. 6 furlong debut at Ellis Park. He ended up finishing 4th. He was 8th early. He passed some horses in that 10-horse field. He got up to 4th. He was placed 3rd through this qualification. He really improved at 7 furlong second time out at Keeneland when he pressed the pace from 2nd, and he broke his maiden by a length and a half at 2-1 odds. And he did defeat Render Judgment that day, who's in this race. Render Judgment was a next out winner. This is a $260,000 Son of Hard Spun, inside post. He has some speed. He'll probably be forwardly placed in this race. My second choice will be the 3 Magnitude for trainer Steve Asmussen, $450,000 Son of Not This Time, Bernardini the dam sire. This is his 5th start. He has plenty of experience. He was 4th in his debut at 5.5 furlongs. He took money. He was 3-1. Second time out at 7 furlongs. He broke his maiden by 5 lengths going wire to wire. In his 3rd start, he was in the first Kentucky Derby points race, the Iroquois Stakes, and he was 16-1 in that 11-horse field. He pressed the pace. He weakened to finish 7th by 12. He bounced back last time as the favorite in an optional claiming dirt route at Churchill Downs on November 17th when he pressed the pace from 2nd, and he won that race by a length. So he's one that will try to get forwardly placed. He's got the right rider, as I said, Jose Ortiz, having a lot of success at fairgrounds. And for this horse, forwardly placed, logical contender. My top choice is going to be number 5, Admiral Dennis. And he's the only horse in this race that's actually part of my Exceptional 11 Kentucky Derby contenders list that I put out last week, my first Exceptional 11 Derby contenders for this year. And Admiral Dennis is on that list for trainer Brad Cox. He's a son of Constitution. Gulf Coast Stakes winner is the Dam, and the Dam sire is Union Rags. Nice pedigree here to continue to get better as distances increase, and they paid $425,000 for this one. In his debut, he was the favorite, but he didn't have the best trip. He broke 7th in an 11-horse field. He was stalking the pace, ended up finishing a clear 3rd. He was an even bigger favorite second time out, and that debut was at 6.5 furlongs at Churchill on September 19th. His second start on November 7th, a 1-turn mile at Churchill Downs. Post 9, 9-horse field. He pressed outside in 3rd. He was only a length back. He took the lead, and he was able to kick away in the stretch, and he graduated by more than 3 lengths. That was a nice effort. The distant show finisher was a next out winner, and now Admiral Dennis, after those 2 races around 1 turn, is going to stretch out to 2 turns. And just what he did last time is exactly what I'm expecting him to do this time. In that last race, from the outside post, he chased the pace. He was never further than a length behind, and he was able to take over. I think that's exactly what he's going to try to do in here under Luis Saez, who got to know him last time. So I think Admiral Dennis, just tracking that pace from the outside, is going to try to take over in the stretch and pull away, just like he did in his maiden win on November 7th. Admiral Dennis, my top choice in the Gun Runner Stakes. My second choice is going to be the 3 in here, Magnitude. My third choice is the 1 Built. My fourth choice is the 2 Render Judgment. And then rounding out the field, Number 4, Chris's Revenge. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content. Again, keep checking my YouTube channel each week for these horse racing handicapping videos. And I'll be back later this week with a look at the untappable stakes at Fairgrounds, a Kentucky Oaks 2025 points race. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.